What we did today is we really looked at how slowing things down, simplifying things, can make things more manageable, whether that's thoughts that are coming through our experience or whether that's tasks that are coming at us from external sources. I think it's really important to remember that we can manage it, that we have a great capacity to manage it if we marshal that capacity, if we tap into that capacity to notice, to know our own experience, to be grounded in our own experience. Um, it really reminds me of a practice that was going around 15 years ago or so called zero inbox, I think is what it was called, with managing emails when they really started to get to be more in number. And I really loved that practice in that, and I still do it to this day to a certain extent, that when you receive an email, for instance, you either delete it if it's garbage, you complete it if it's a quick task that you can sort of complete on the spot in like a minute, or if it's a more involved task, you file it or table it and sort of make a note that you're going to get to it in some dedicated sort of focused time. Well, the same is true of other tasks. When they come at us, if is it something that you can delegate, delegate it right away. If it's something that you can complete really simply, finish it so it's not added to a list of things that are piling up. If it requires more dedicated and sort of thoughtful deliberation, then maybe have a time each week that's sort of set aside for that category of things, so you can sort of think about it for 30 minutes or more if you need that for that task. I think it's really important because, um, again, as we've talked about the last few weeks, there's always more coming at us, and so that capacity to sort of do Aikido, the martial art, where it's sort of directing of energy. We're not stopping energy. We're not even necessarily creating forcefulness. What we're doing is receiving whatever's coming at us, and we're redirecting it in the way that's most skillful. And of course, that's very useful, whether you work at home alone, or whether you work in a small team, or you work in a big corporate office. That capacity to sort of know what each piece or task that's coming at you requires of you will allow you to be, both take care of yourself in that situation, but also be the best teammate you can, because then things can land where they need to for each member of the team.